Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Situated. Hello, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to everybody on tonight. Hello, hello, if you will. Say hello in the comments, and I will say hello back. Hey, Tucci, how are you? Hello to everyone that has joined on tonight. I'm going to give a few minutes for others to come in and join us on tonight here on Let's Talk About That, the very first episode, yay, of Let's Talk About That. I'm very excited on tonight. Hello, hello. I'm there. I will not pronounce your name, but I do see you. Hello, how are you? I'm good, Tucci. I am good. Hello, if you will. Just for a minute, just take 2 seconds, maybe even 1 second to hit the like button, hit the share button with someone who you think will be interested in tonight's broadcast on tonight's live. Share with someone, tag someone on tonight. I'm very excited for the very first night of Let's Talk About That. Amen. I have a guest on tonight and I'm very excited to speak with her. So if you will, hello, hello, if you are joining. Hey, if you speak, I'll speak back to you on tonight. Hello, hello, how are you? How are you? I think that says Zayden. If you will, tell me where you're watching from. Where are you watching from on tonight? Let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? We are live here in El Dorado, Arkansas. Hello, hello, Shakisha Gibson. I hope I'm saying that correctly. How are you tonight? How are you? Yes, please hit the like button. Hit the share button. I would definitely appreciate it on tonight. Hey, Hamburg in the house. Hello, Aunt Angie. How are you? How are you? God bless you. God bless you on tonight. We are going to go ahead and get started on tonight. Again, as you're joining in, just say hello, and I will try to speak back to you on tonight. Thank you for joining me on tonight. God bless you, Pastor Tracy Thrower on tonight. Hello, how are you? Strong Arkansas in the house. I see you. I see you. I see you. If you will, hit the like button, share with someone, tag somebody, put them in a comment on tonight. Hello. Hey, how are you? Hello, Tanika. How are you on tonight? I'm very excited about our first episode of Let's Talk About That. I don't know if you saw the video that I made on yesterday, but this here is something that I started back in 2020. It was a podcast called Let's Talk About That. And y'all ain't gonna lie, I did stop it. Hello, Leslie. How are you? Thank you for joining on tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Again, if you will, hit the like button and share with someone, tag somebody, let them know we are live on tonight. And hello, Tanya Barker, all the way from Pine Bluff. Hey, how are you on tonight? Thank you for joining us on tonight. Thank you so much. And again, I did start a podcast back in 2020. You know, everybody was bored in the house. We couldn't go nowhere. We couldn't do anything. You probably was either sick or seeing up the loved ones that were sick and had coronavirus and all that stuff. But anyway, I started a podcast and it was called Let's Talk About That. Okay. And so I got a couple of old little, hey, my cousin Tiffany Baker, how are you on tonight? Hello, Patrice. How are you? God bless you all. Thank you all for joining tonight. And like I said again, I kept it going for a little while, but then I did stop. I fell off. I dropped the ball and I stopped. But here we are 5 years later. And I thought, well, why not bring it to the live? So we do Let Me Sing on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. But tonight we're going to do something different. So this is our very first episode of Let's Talk About That. Hey, Jay, my cousin, how are you? Hello, First Lady Hayes. How are you on tonight? Thank you all for joining. Please share this live of you guys. We really appreciate it. Thank you all for the love and the support. I'm really not going to hold you too long on tonight. I do have a guest on tonight who is going to come on and share her story with us. So if you know anybody that have dealt with adoption or had a journey of finding their family, to me, I think that is something very exciting because it's kind of a nervous feeling. I'm sure, probably, different things going through your mind, different questions, and all of that. But we have a guest on tonight who have went through all of that, and she is going to talk to us on tonight. She's going to share her journey from adoption to finding her family, her mother, her birth mother on tonight. I'm very excited to talk to her on tonight. And so let me introduce her to you all. Again, like I said, tag somebody, like this live, share it with somebody on tonight. So here we are on tonight. Tonight is Monday, November 17th. And this is Let's Talk About That. So tonight we have Jalisa White. Jalisa White is from El Dorado, Arkansas. Woo woo. And she is the proud mother of four beautiful children. And she also is the director of Assistant Care for Seniors. Okay, Assistant Care for Seniors. So their business, they operate, the business is out of Sheridan, Arkansas. But she operates with her patients here in El Dorado, Arkansas. So she is the director there. If there's anything else that she would like for you to know about her, we're going to talk to her tonight, ask her a few questions, and get to know her a little bit better. And we're going to talk about her journey. Again, if you are joining, hello. If you say hey in the comments, I will try to speak back to you. And if I don't get a chance to, just put me a wave in the comments to let me know that you are here on tonight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring forward Miss Jalisa White. And as soon as she gives me a thumbs up and let me know that she is ready, I will bring her on the stage to you all. So let's bring forward Miss Jalisa White.
Hey,
Hello. How
hey
are you
girl,
tonight?
how are you? I'm good. How are you? You look so pretty.
I am same to you too. Thank you so
Thank
much. Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you for
Thank
joining us
you.
on tonight. And if you will,
Yeah.
audience in the comments, please wave and say hello to our special guest on tonight, Miss
Hey
Jalisa.
y'all.
I will say that the audience tonight, they are some of the best people. They are heartwarming and very welcoming. So if you all will please just say hello to her on tonight, let her feel welcome. And so I did give a little introduction about you, but is
Okay.
there anything else that you would like for everybody to know on tonight of who you are, your background, and who you are?
You probably explained it and summed it up real well.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you this real quick. Can you tell everybody how old you are?
35.
Okay. So Miss Jaleesa is 35. I see the people waving in the comments. I'm not sure if you can see it, but they are saying hello to you.
No,
Thank
I
you all
can't
so
see it, but hey y'all.
Thank you all so much. Thank you. Somebody said hey. Somebody said hey, Niecy, Tony
Hey,
Barker.
hey, Uncle Tony.
Hello, Uncle. How are you tonight? God bless you. So, we're gonna go ahead and just dive right into it and all
Okay.
of that. So, let's go back to years ago. I know you say you're 35. Let's go back to
Mhm.
years ago as a little girl. How was
Okay.
it like growing up? What was your childhood like? Can you just share a little bit of that with us?
My childhood was great. Obviously,
Okay.
if anybody knows me, know that I grew up as the only child. So it was just
Okay.
me. So of course I was spoiled, got anything I want, literally anything I want. So I didn't have a bad childhood. I had a
Okay.
great childhood.
So you
I,
mean to tell me you didn't have any siblings to squabble with, to fight for attention with?
I didn't have none of that. None of
Awesome.
that. None of that.
Okay, so like you said,
Nothing.
you was pretty much spoiled.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And if it's some
Okay.
people out here from El Dorado watching that know me, that know my daddy, they know
Okay.
I was
So
a spoiled brat.
tell us a little bit about your father. Tell us a little bit about that.
I don't know if you know my dad, but everybody knew him because he worked at Walmart.
Okay.
He worked at Walmart in the pharmacy for a while.
Okay.
Um, but he works for the highway department, Union County Highway Department,
Okay.
and everybody know him. So he just an awesome, great guy.
Awesome. Real good. So let me ask you this quick question. So you said he's your dad. So is he your biological
No,
father
no,
or
that is my
adopted? Okay.
adopted.
Okay, gotcha. So
Hmm.
let's dive right into that. So you say you had a great childhood growing up.
Hmm.
Say you were spoiled. You know, you had your daddy wrapped around your finger. You could get whatever you
And I never
want.
got a whooping. I never got a whooping. Never. I never got a whooping. Ever.
Never,
Never, ever got a whooping. Never.
girl, you missing out.
I never got a whooping. So I don't know what they feel like. I ain't experienced the belts and the switches and stuff.
Oh wow, wow. Oh my goodness. My goodness. So I can't really attest to that with you. You know, I can't relate with that with you because, you
Uh-huh.
know, growing up with my mom and all of that, my dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We got the opposite. Let me just say that. We got the opposite. So kudos
Right,
to
right,
you.
right,
So
right. But you turned out great. You turned out great.
uh,
So the
you
whoop
did
is
too.
helped. The whoop is
Thank you.
helped.
You know, yeah, we have to we have to talk about that another day.
Okay.
But
Okay.
okay, so you did have a great childhood growing up, and I do see somebody have a question already. So, and I think that kind of
Okay.
coincides with my first question for you. So let's
Okay.
dive right into it, okay?
Okay.
Let's talk. So we here on Let's Talk About This. So we're gonna talk about some things tonight.
Okay.
Okay, so my question is, how old were you when you found out that you were actually adopted?
Um, I think I was maybe in the fourth or fifth grade.
Okay.
Fourth or fifth grade. So I was real young. So I knew, but how I found out, you know how your parents have them little baby books, them scrapbooks.
Yeah.
They got your footprints and all that stuff in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So I was looking through pictures actually
Hmm.
and ran across that book, and it was folded, a piece of paper folded in the book. Like it was accidentally put there, or maybe they forgot to grab it and take it out.
Okay.
Um, but me opening that book and finding that, and that's how I found out I was adopted. So nobody ever told me. I found out on my own. And of course, after I found out, I asked questions. And, as parents, they kind of brushed it off.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
didn't want to talk about it. So,
Yeah.
growing up, it was never really talked about until I got older, like
Okay.
almost grown. So,
Wow. So you're in the fourth grade, fourth, fifth grade. So that's about 9, 10 years old,
yeah.
can we say?
Mm-hmm.
You come
Mm-hmm.
across a family book and you see some papers in there um, that you found out, and it kind of made you question some things.
Mm-hmm.
But you said you really didn't really just find out things until you got older. So by what
Right.
age was that?
Well, actually, I didn't find out anything when I turned 18. I started, calling the hospital where I was born.
Wow.
Um, and of course, they would always tell me they couldn't give me any information because, back then it was just paperwork.
Right.
So nothing was put in the computer, like we have the technology
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
I remember the lady that I spoke with, she was like, we only go 10 years back or however many years back, whatever. So nothing was in medical records, nothing was in, it was
Yeah.
nothing. So after that, I stopped. I was like, I ain't gonna deal with this. So I
Yeah.
stopped. And I stopped for a very long time. I brought it up again when I was in my 20s, but again, Can't get no information. Nobody could tell me nothing, So it wasn't until now, a couple weeks ago,
Okay.
till I
So
tried to do it again.
so okay, so before we get into all of that, let's backtrack. So what motivated you from the get-go? So you said I think with a lot of black families, some things we talk about and some things we can't talk
Mm-hmm.
about. Some
Mm-hmm.
things are brushed under the rug. You just don't ask. Even when you find out things, you just, kind of have to keep it to yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, being that young and finding things out and really not getting answers that you wanted, did that affect your behavior? Did that affect you in
It didn't really.
school?
It didn't. No, it didn't affect my behavior. It didn't affect school because I was straight A and B student in school.
Okay.
But I was really mean.
Okay.
I was really mean. And it wasn't because, I just want to be mean. It's because I
Right.
had anger built up because I didn't know where I come from. I didn't know who my parents was. So, I'm just a little girl
Yeah.
with all these questions and nobody could give me an answer because my parents, they always told me, when we adopted you, your mom, your dad, none of that was on the paperwork. I didn't know until I actually found my mom that it was a closed adoption. So with me calling,
Hmm.
that's why nobody could never give me information because it was closed.
So let me ask you this. So I see in the comments somebody said, did she always know she was adopted from a little girl? So and again, if anyone have questions that you want to throw in the comments, feel free.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. And I really do appreciate your willingness. Like, I'm very excited. I love your willingness to share your story and your journey,
Yes.
because everybody has a story to their life. Everybody has a journey. So
Because you
I'm
don't
glad.
hear about this in El Dorado. We watch stuff like this on TV.
Got, yeah,
So I'm
absolutely, yeah,
still in shock myself.
yeah. So okay, so let me ask you this. So you said you were mean. Let's back up. Let's talk about your adopted mother. Is that
Okay.
okay? Okay.
Hmm.
Let's talk about your adopted. So you talked about your relationship with your dad and how y'all had a great relationship. You were spoiled, didn't get no whoopings and all of that.
None.
So let's talk about your adopted mom. How was she, and how was y'all relationship?
We had a great relationship.
Okay.
I really don't, well, when I was a kid, we took trips almost every summer.
Okay.
Me, my mom, and my dad, Disney World, New Orleans, Dallas. We
Wow.
every summer they made sure they took me somewhere. Um, but she got, um, I want to say I was in the 10th grade. I was in the
Hmm.
10th grade, and we were actually on our way to Florida, and she was getting in the back seat of the truck. And the little things that's up under the truck, well, up under the seat, in the front
Oh.
seat.
Uh huh.
Well, she was getting in the truck and she somehow hit her toe and her whole toenail came off.
Wow.
So we end up going to the emergency room. Um, I can't remember what they did with her toe, but anyway, maybe like a month later, she ended up losing the toe. They end up cutting the toe off. So if
Wow.
anybody knows my mom, they know that she was in a wheelchair. She had both of her legs amputated.
Wow.
Um, yeah, she was in a wheelchair. But growing up, it was great. I think she got in the wheelchair my 11th grade year in high school. But we had a pretty good relationship. It wasn't like one of those relationships where, we like this.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that with me because again, I was always angry. Um, I didn't know how to show affection, like
Gotcha.
when my mom
Yeah.
like say, "Hey, I love you." Like now, my birth mom, girl, we be I love you all day. But
So so let me ask you. Now you said, so basically you're saying you wasn't as affectionate with your
mm-mm,
adopted mom.
I wasn't affectionate with nobody.
Okay.
My
And
dad
you,
either. I just wasn't one of those kids that show affection.
yeah, okay. And you feel that all of this had to do with not really just knowing the truth about things, and
I
knowing
know
that
it
you're
did.
in, yeah, and knowing you're in a
Mm-hmm.
situation that you had
I
nothing to
know.
do with, and
Mm-hmm.
it's causing you to just feel some type of way, as we would say,
Mm-hmm.
towards everybody.
Yeah, I was picked on. Um, not kids these days are bad, so you can just imagine what they were back when I was in school. But a couple times I got picked on. Kids were saying that I didn't know who my parents was, and um, saying little mean stuff. So I just became real angry. Like I wasn't. It wasn't an angry that they say we got to get her some help. It wasn't that type of anger. I
Yeah,
was just mean. And
yeah,
people say that still to this day. They be like, I be want to speak to you, but you look so mean. I'm really as sweet as I want to be, but it's just from not knowing.
yeah,
Like I grew up not knowing where I come from.
yeah.
I don't know if you know, but I was diagnosed with MS in 2019,
I didn't know that
and
at all.
so when I was going, to the hospital doing
That's
stuff,
multiple. That's multiple
multiple
sclerosis.
sclerosis.
Gotcha.
hmm
Okay. Okay.
And they like, well, do your parents have this, or do you know, questions like that? I can't
Right. And
answer
you couldn't
because
answer it. Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, so it's just a hit and miss, a hit and miss.
So, late within the last so many years, we've heard the word bully, 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 bully.
hmm
We kind of heard it growing up, but it wasn't as popular to hear that word as it is now.
Yeah.
So, pretty much what you're saying is that you even dealt with bullying growing up.
Well, not really bullying, because it wasn't really, I mean, it wasn't something that happened all the time. It was just like me and a girl got into an argument at school, and she just mentioned that, that's why you adopted, or, that's why
Right.
you don't know
Okay.
who your parents is. But no, I wasn't bullied. No, I wasn't bullied.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Because you said you were mean. So basically, it's like you
hmm
probably.
Girl, they
So
be,
you probably was like they probably don't want to test you, huh?
uh-huh. I don't fight, but I will get in the field.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, um, so if we fast forward, you said in your 20s you tried again. There was uh so much, probably going through your mind over those years, the teenage years.
hmm
Only on into early 20s
hmm
and all of that. So, in your early 20s, when you seeked after your real parents, again, like you said, technology and all that stuff wasn't the same as it is now. It wasn't as easy as it is now.
hmm
So even in your early 20s, had you had children by the time of your early 20s?
My oldest son is 16. I had him when I graduated high school.
Okay, so even in that time, having your own children, how did that affect you, knowing your past or knowing this that you're dealing with that you really haven't found closure with, but now you have your own children? Tell us,
hmm
how did you feel about that, having your own children now? What did that
Um,
feel like?
when I had my oldest son, I thought about, trying again, reaching out, but I was like, well, I didn't get nowhere the first couple of times. I ain't gonna get nowhere this time. So it wasn't until he was maybe 4 or 5, I want to say, and I tried again, but again, I got nowhere. So I
Okay.
just, some things, when you talk to people about stuff, they be like, well, just pray about it and just let it go.
Yeah.
If it ain't meant for you,
Yeah.
So that's the mentality I had. It wasn't meant for me to find them, so I just left it alone.
Okay.
But
Okay.
um, for a long time, I just, I left it alone. Last year, I don't know if I think I made a Facebook post and I was saying something about it. But
Okay.
the girl that actually helped me this time reached out to me last year. and
Okay.
told me, she was like, "Hey, we can do ancestry DNA."
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Da.
Gave you these new day options.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
was like, "Okay." She gave me her number. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna hit you up." And this was in June of last year, and I never ever reached out to her about doing that ancestry DNA.
Gotcha.
Um.
So, so you see, I have a question on the screen. Someone is
Mhm.
asking, did her children know she was adopted, or did they just recently found out? So we were just talking about how it was when you had your first child. I mentioned
Mhm.
earlier that you are a proud mother of four. So even
Mhm.
in your early 20s, when you had your first child, did she's asking, did your children know that you were adopted? Even the ones that you have now so far, did they know that
Mhm.
you were adopted, or
They've
did they
always,
just
they've always knew.
so did you just share it with them? Was this something
Mhm.
that you didn't want to hold back
Um.
from them?
My
And
oldest
you
son, so my oldest son, when he got older to understand,
okay, gotcha.
I didn't have to tell him. He was like, "Mama, why you so light skinned and man and Papa dark?" Because that's what they call my kids call my mama man.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'm adopted. Those aren't my real parents. And he was like, "Oh, mom, I didn't know that." But you know, the questions that he was asking me, I couldn't give him because I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then when my other kids got older, of course, I explained to them. And Mason, he 3, he don't know.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, my kids, they have always knew.
So your oldest is, you said, how old?
16, he'll be 17 in December.
And your youngest is how old?
3.
3. Okay. Someone asked,
Mhm.
well, we'll get to that here soon. But so kudos to you for at least go ahead, for just go ahead and giving it to them. When they ask
Yeah,
that
because I
question
don't,
like
I
that.
don't keep, I don't keep nothing from them. But when he asked, I told him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, well, that makes sense." So,
Okay. So about how
hmm
old was he when he asked that?
um, he was probably in the eighth or ninth grade,
Okay.
maybe in
Okay.
the eighth grade, seventh or eighth grade.
And he was kind of curious about it.
Yeah, and it was funny because the way he asked, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
it was coming, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody said, congratulations. My cousin Liz said, congratulations for your honesty. You
Thank
know,
you.
a lot of times that is important because even though you may not have all the right answers, you still
Mhm.
was able to just be
Mhm.
real about it. Let me just go to be
Yeah.
real about it.
Like, hey, I don't know who, you know, it's just, it is what it is. I was
You know,
adopted. That's all I can tell you.
that kind of put me in the mind of one of the, I think it's a Tyler Perry movie, and I think Bow Wow was in the movie, and Loretta Devine was in the movie, and all
Girl,
that. I forget the name of it.
was it
Maybe
where the
somebody in
baby
the
mama
comments
was
can
like,
tell me.
Valerie? And I think, what is
Is
it
that was it
called?
that one?
Yes. I can't even think of, but I know what you're talking about. What?
Somebody said Big Happy Family,
Yes. Go,
and
go, go tell her.
when they was all at the table, I believe it was the grandma had wanted the family to get together and all that because she was
Yes, and they
sick,
was talking
and
about the baby.
yeah, and they was talking about
Yes.
how he was actually the one he thought was his
Yeah.
sister, that was actually his
Mm-hmm.
mama, you know, and
Baby, let him go see the mirror.
again that goes back to how black families especially was when they would sweep things under the rug, things
Mm-hmm.
like that or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
for you to be able to
But
be honest with your child,
but they never swept it under the rug. They just didn't want to talk about it.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever find out kind of why they might just didn't want to touch up on it or talk about it?
Mm-hmm. My
Okay.
grandma used to always say, my grandma was so funny. She'd be like, "Girl, we don't know nothing. We just know your mama a white woman." So I grew up thinking my mom was white. All this time, I grew up thinking that my mom was white. My kids thought
Wow.
my mama was white. And it's funny because I try to make a laugh and make a joke out of everything. But when I found her and saw her, I called my daddy and I was like, my mama ain't white. She just real light skin.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So so let me ask you that. So let's fast forward. So when was it? So you said someone last year, you had a friend that
mm-hmm,
reached out to you last June and told you about ancestry DNA.
mm-hmm.
And ancestry
Right.
DNA, they have you to send in saliva. You know, I think you have to pay for
Mm-hmm.
like a package. You put your saliva in
Mm-hmm.
a bottle and send it off and wait like a month or two. How long
Mm-hmm.
did it take for yours to come in?
It wasn't even a month. It wasn't. It wasn't even a
Okay.
month.
Okay. Cool. 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 And so now that you're 35, fast forward, you're 35. And so, was it your friend who brought this up to you that motivated you to try it again? Or is
Mm-mm.
it,
No, I
go ahead,
just
talk about that.
no, I just, I was sitting down one day and I was like, I'm gonna give it a try again,
Yeah.
because what made me so my boyfriend asked me, um, because he wanted to know like why you so light skinned and I had to tell him I was like, well, I'm adopted. And anytime I say something about my family or my mama or my daddy, he'll be like, yo, adopted mama or your adopted daddy. So you
Yeah.
don't know who your parents is. So he is really the one who kind of made me wanna, reach out and try again. So I did. I did. I messaged her and I was like, hey, I know we talked about this last year. I'm ready to do it this year. What all do I need
Kudos.
to do? And
Yeah.
she was like, girl, I got some DNA tests here because that's what she do, like help people find their
Okay.
families and stuff. She was like, I got some DNA tests here. Just meet me tomorrow and we'll take it.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. So I met with her, took the test, and she was like, well, it's probably gonna be a month before it come in.
Okay.
So I was checking the app every day, like the results were gonna be right there, knowing it's gonna be a month before they come.
Yeah.
But that's how that went.
So, okay. So you had somebody to motivate you. You said your boyfriend kind of motivated
Mm-hmm.
you along with this
Mm-hmm.
friend. So let me ask you, the friend that does the DNA thing or the ancestry thing, does they have like a business? You said it's something that
No.
they do.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So
She don't.
do they just do this person just kind of help people who are in search
Mm-hmm.
of their real family?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
Mm-hmm.
actually good because, like you said, today's technology is so advanced now that
Mm-hmm.
um, I know social media have its ups and downs, as good as bad. But when I
Mm-hmm.
see stuff like that, where people, and I think I saw where you had posted in like this group that's on Facebook to say, hey, my name is, Jalisa White. I'm this years old, and I'm looking for my family. Or,
Girl,
uh,
I was posting all across the nation.
oh,
I was, yeah. I was
so you
posting everywhere.
So this time you were really desperate.
Mm-hmm.
So did you do all that posting before this whole DNA ancestry thing?
Yeah, before I took the test, I think I did. I posted maybe in like 3 groups before I took the test. And then after I took the test, I didn't post anymore. I got a lot of, you know, comments and reaction from people saying they from Arkansas and this and that but
Yeah.
of course
Wow.
you don't really get nowhere with that. So
So with that, for you, because it might work for some people,
mm-hmm,
but for you, you kind of hit a brick wall with that. Would you say?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I see somebody in the comments that said they found their brother through a group. Through a
Oh,
group,
okay.
they found their brother. All right, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. You doing all right? God bless you. So so let's fast forward to
You gotta
you
turn it down baby.
finding your biological mother.
Mm-hmm.
So we done did the DNA test. We done sent it off. We done got the results back in. Describe that feeling when you actually, had those results. Was it the results through an email or through a letter in the
So
mail? How did
no,
describe
so
that?
what they do is they send you an email and say your results are ready, and you just get on the app and you just go to matches, and it'll come up everybody that's match your DNA, and
Wow.
it comes up like parent one side. I had like 8,000 and some people. Parent two side was like 11,000. But the people that stood out is the people that we reached out to. So she was inboxing people, I was inboxing people like, hey, um, my name is Jalisa. I'm 35. I was born July 3rd in Camden, Arkansas. I really don't have any information. My last name was Bradley. You came up as a second cousin. Can you help me out? Some
Wow.
people responded back, some people didn't. Um,
So
but
how many of those do you think you sent out?
girl, probably about 10 or 11. Probably
Okay.
about 10 or 11. And out
And
of
who
those 10 people,
uh-huh.
maybe three people responded.
What was that like?
So the first response I got was Dominique. I don't know if you saw that I went live with her one day.
Okay.
That is actually my cousin, like a third cousin. But
Okay.
it's crazy because so the girl that was doing the DNA test, if she found somebody that I was close to, she would screenshot pictures and send them to me. And I asked Dominique, I'm like, hey, do you know this person or do you know that person or do you know this person? She was like, no, I don't know them. So I was at a dead end because you my cousin, but you really don't know anybody either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was like, well, I'm gonna ask my mom and see if my mom knows. And nothing. We never got anywhere with her, trying to find
So
some
let me
stuff
ask
out.
you. So let me ask you. Had you known your biological mom's name?
No,
So you had no clue what your biological mom name was at all.
no. My
All you knew was
biological my biological mom or dad never came up on the ancestry DNA, nor my siblings. Because I think I made a post and said my results came back, but I don't have any siblings because I thought I didn't have any because they didn't come up.
I saw that poster you did that time, and I think you were
Yeah,
like, man, I just really thought I had a sister.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
always wanted a sister or something. You
yeah.
mentioned. Is that one of your
hmm
children right there beside you?
Well, I got one on this side and one on this side.
Let us see him. Tell him to wave at us.
Say hey.
Hello, how are you?
Say good.
You're so handsome.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Oh wow. So how old are those two?
Mason is 3. She's 9.
Okay. Okay.
hmm
Oh, they're so cute.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So 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 we're here on Let's Talk About That, talking to Jalisa White.
Bye,
She
Tweety.
is sharing her adoption story, from adoption to finding her
Bye.
biological mother. And so somebody said they're so glad for you, Jalisa. And
Thank you.
so uh so my thing is, okay, now, so tell us, how did you actually find your birth mother?
So there was a second cousin
Okay.
that I reached out to, and this particular person, the girl that was helping me with the DNA, she was saying, she could dig deep and find some information that I couldn't find.
Okay.
So I looked her up on Facebook and I messaged her, and she was like, the girl you message, um, your, I think it's going to be your mom's aunt or something like that. But she was like, she knew who everybody was, who they was
Yeah.
connected to, who they was tied to. I mean, she was pulling up obituaries, um, you know, a lot of stuff. but I had met. Can you hear me, Erica? Okay, but
Can you?
I'm
Okay.
yeah, I can hear you. She
Okay.
said, okay,
Okay.
she can see your tablet. She see it. Look, she's seeing it. She saw
Can
your
you hear me?
tablet. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Okay. So I had inboxed her and I was like, hey, my name is Jalisa. Can you give me a call?
Okay.
She didn't respond till maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later. Mason, go in the room, okay? What? She did hear you.
What he say?
She not want to hear me.
Tell him. Come on, come on. Let's hear what he's saying. Come on. Tell him what he want to say.
What you want to say? What you want to say? Tell her what you want to say.
What you want to say, friend? We listening. What you want to say?
Oh, some gummy bears.
Hey, he said he want to say some gummy bears.
Yeah,
Is
see,
that
he
gummy bear
really
song?
he really saying he wants some gummy bears.
Oh, hey, tell him if he be good tonight. Tell him Miss Cookie will get him some gummy bears.
You hear that? If you be good, she gonna get you some gummy bears, okay? No, her name is Cookie. Somebody, she's not gonna be a cookie.
If your mommy tell me you've been good at school this week, Miss Cookie is gonna get you some gummy bears, okay?
Okay.
All right, all right. That's what I
Yeah,
love
so
this.
I messaged her and I messaged another cousin that knew her. And I
Okay,
was like, hey, can you give her my number, have her to reach out to me? I messaged her on Facebook, but I don't know if it went to spam or, just have her to reach out to me. And I explained to her the situation. She was like, okay, I'll do that.
okay,
So she ended up calling me. Um and I was like, well, I was adopted. I don't know who my parents are. I
yeah,
was born in Camden under the name Bradley. I don't think my mom gave any information. Um, can you help me out? I was told that possibly my mom or my dad could be like close related to you. And she was like, girl, are you for real? And I was
wow,
like, yes, ma'am. I thought she was gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about or no like that. But she was like, this sound like my cousin. I remember my cousin having a baby a long time ago and she gave the baby up for adoption. So instantly my heart dropped because I was like, Lord, is this lady finna tell me she know my mama? So I was like, okay. I said, well, do you have her contact information or, how can I get in contact with her? And she said, this is what I'm gonna do. She said, I work late tonight, but I'm gonna reach out to her tomorrow
wow,
and I'll let you know what she say. And I told her, I said,
wow.
if you talk to her, if she don't want to talk to me, that's fine. I understand.
Yeah,
Um, at least I'll know who she is. I'll have a
right,
name. I'll know,
right,
because
right.
I'm not mad. I just want to know.
Yeah,
So she was like, oh no, it's not gonna be any of that. I'm gonna call her tomorrow. So I was
yeah.
like, okay. So she called my mom and she texted me and she was like, hey, I just talked to her. I gave her your number. She's gonna reach out to you. So I'm like, okay. Not thinking. I'm like, okay, maybe she'll call me tomorrow, or she might even call me next week, or if
Yeah,
she even call me at all.
yeah, yeah,
So as soon as I text her back, okay, my phone was ringing. And it was a number from Pine Bluff. And I remember she had already told me that when I was talking to her, she was like, yeah, she lives in Pine Bluff. And so when I saw the number, I instantly knew. I was like, Lord, this got to be her. So I answered the phone and I'm like, hello. And she was like, is this Jaleesa? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, okay, such and such gave me your number, and told me to call you that you were inquiring about your birth mom. And I was like, yes, ma'am. I said, I'm pretty sure she told you I was adopted. I was born in Camden. I don't know who my parents are. I was born under the name Bradley. That's all I know. That's all I can give you. And she was like, okay, okay. She said, well, tell me a little bit about yourself. When you were born in Camden. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, when's your birthday? I said, July 3rd, 1990. And she did like a sigh. And she was like, yep, I'm your mom. And when I
Girl,
tell you,
I'm getting
I
teary eyed just
my
from you just
stomach,
talking about it. Oh,
girl, my stomach hit the floor. And I dropped, I remember because I was in my room. I think I was folding
wow.
clothes or something. Don't
Oh
cry,
my,
Erica. You gonna make me cry. Oh, you
girl,
gonna make me cry.
I'm serious because I can only imagine that
Girl,
feeling.
it and
Oh,
I kept pacing back and forth while she was talking. I don't even know what she said because I
oh
was
my
pacing back
God.
and forth, back and forth. Um, and I
Oh
came and I
God.
sat at the table, and she was like, and I remember telling her, I said, I'm crying. I said, I'm listening to you, but I'm crying because this is a moment that I've been waiting for, and it's
Ooh,
finally here. And she was like, she was telling me why she did it. And she
wow.
said that, when I was younger, she did, try to look for me.
Ooh.
Um, she
I gotta
did try to
turn the
look for
camera
me.
off. Hold on, girl.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God. Oh,
The fact that all this time she was
oh
less
my,
than 2 hours away. Yes, she was
oh
less than
my
2 hours away.
God. Girl, you know what? I think just from hearing you get to that moment, I can like it's like I'm going there with you in that moment.
And
On
I never thought I would get to this moment. So to be in this moment and live this moment today, like, I mean, it's crazy because when she was on the phone explaining to me, why she did what she,
wow.
because I was under the impression that, my mama didn't want me. That's what I was thinking, but that was totally not the case. So, while she was telling me, why she did what she did and all that, and she did
Right.
say, when I was younger, she did look for me, but of course the hospital was telling her the same thing that was telling me.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. So she
she was
was
like,
interested in finding you.
yes, yes, when I was a kid, because she said adoption, the caseworker, whenever they had took me away from the hospital,
Ooh,
she said she asked the caseworker, she was like, well, can you give me the people information that's taking her so I'll be able to call and check on her. And she said after that, she said she called the caseworker, could never get in touch with the caseworker,
oh my.
so it was it was nothing, nothing. So when she told me she did actually look for me, I kind of felt a relief because I'm like, okay, you do care.
Yes. Yes.
You did care. You just didn't just say, hey, I got a baby, I'm gonna give her away. Not, no, she did. And we talked and she told me I had two sisters.
Let me ask you
So
this. Let me ask you this before you get into all of that, because oh my God. Listen. So that moment that she told you that she was actually looking for you, did you feel a release in your spirit? You
I
know, because
did.
let's earlier when you talked about how you were angry in school and people thought
I
you were
did.
mean, and you
I
literally
did.
admit that you had a mean spirit,
I did.
or like maybe like a resentful spirit to really just get attached to people maybe, and you might just didn't know how to really describe that feeling. But
Hmm.
so in that moment, like could you just feel it breaking, or could you feel
I
like a
did
release just
because
leave you?
I've been waiting for this
Oh
moment for so long, and I
yes.
didn't know it was going to happen this fast. I'm thinking, it might be a month from now. It might even be I didn't know it was going to happen this fast. So for me to
Wow.
actually talk to her,
Wow.
um, and to just hear her voice, man, it was just I don't even I can't even describe it. Cause I'm
I was
like on the other side, I'm like, man, I'm really talking to my mama. Like this my mama.
It's funny that you're saying that you can't describe, because right here I got wrote down describe that feeling.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just, you know how. So okay, so I'm gonna tell you how I feel now. Like now, when I talk to her, me and my mama be on the phone for like 4 hours at a time.
Wow, I can
That's how
imagine.
long. That's
Yeah.
how long we talk on the phone, and it's like the little girl wants to come out of me and be right up under my mama. So whenever we talked, and she told me
Oh,
I had sisters. She told me I had sisters. I don't know if anybody said because I can't see the comments. So I don't know if anybody asked about my dad. She did
somebody.
tell me who my yes, she did tell me who my dad was. Me and my sisters have the same dad. She did tell me who he
Good.
was, but in the situation that she was in, she didn't tell my dad about me. So he didn't know about me. Um, he still doesn't know about me. We are gonna tell him whenever me and her, develop a bond and get to know each other. And because I wasn't listen, I wasn't worried about him. I was just worried about finding my
Um,
mama. I wasn't worried about that.
Somebody did ask that in the comments. Those two questions that you just answered. Somebody
Yes,
asked about your siblings. Somebody
yes.
asked, uh, have you met your biological siblings? And somebody also asked, well, what about your biological dad? Like, does he
So
know
yes,
that all of this that you and your mom have been
no,
doing this? Wait, have it been by what, a week, 2 weeks?
yeah,
How long
about
it's
a
been
week and a
now?
half.
Okay. So in that week and a half, he have yet to really just know what's going on.
No, he don't know.
So let me ask you
But
this.
she did tell me who he was.
Okay, so do she keep in contact with him, or do
Yeah,
she?
we all have the same dad.
Oh, gotcha. So because you all have the same dad, only you
Mm-hmm.
is the only one who just haven't met him yet.
Mm-hmm.
And girl,
Yep.
you know
We all
what?
have the same
You
dad.
you just said something, and which I know you said, your thing was finding your biological mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to keep my emotions. I really didn't think I was gonna feel like this, honestly. Uh, there it's something about a mother's love, and it's something just about a mother, period.
Mm-hmm. And you
That
know what? She and I probably remember this for until I get old. Um, when we were on the phone, I called her. Her name is Gwen. I'm sure if you're friends with me on Facebook, I tag her and my sisters in posts. And
okay,
so when we were on the phone, I called her Miss Gwen. And I said, well, this was before whenever so she asked me when did I want to meet. And I was like, well, I'm off every weekend.
oh,
I can meet whenever. And she was like, this was on a Saturday. She was like, you want to come tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, I could. But I'm in shock because I'm not.
that is so
This is really
fast. It's happening
yeah.
so
This is really
fast.
happening. So she was like, "You want to come tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll come tomorrow." She was like, "Well, I'm gonna call your sisters because your sisters don't. My sisters never knew about me because my oldest sister is 38.
Wait a
The one
minute.
I
Wait,
just
wait, whoa, whoa. Somebody just asked, were you the oldest?
no, I'm the baby. I'm the baby.
Okay, so you're the baby,
Mm-hmm.
and you just said that your mom never told. So let's back up. How many siblings do you have now that you know and you've met your mom? How many siblings do you have by your mom?
Okay, so funny story. I have only two.
Okay.
It's just um me and my sisters. But on my dad's side, my mama said that man got about 13 kids, girl.
Okay.
So
Okay. And
it's only just two of us.
okay. So the fact that you have, so your mom, your biological mom, have three girls.
Hmm.
Let me ask you, so your adopted mom, how many did she have kids?
No.
So I never did ask, but real quick, What was it? Did your adopted mom ever explain to you why she adopted you?
She couldn't have kids.
Okay. So because she was she here in El Dorado?
Hmm.
So because she couldn't have kids, so was it the fact that an adoption, a chance or opportunity for an adoption came up for a child?
So whenever
Walk us through that.
I think cause her before she passed away 4 years ago. But I think
Okay.
before they got married, I want to say they talked about adoption because, she never
Gotcha.
could have
Gotcha.
kids. But what they
Okay.
did was they went to the adoption agency or wherever, what it was back then.
Right.
Um, and they did the paperwork and, got approved and all that stuff. And so when I was born, they called and said, hey, we have a little girl up here. Um, y'all want to come pick her up? She was just born, and that's how they just. I mean, I never went into like a foster care or nothing. They came and got me straight from the hospital.
And wow. And I'm not going to ask you the details of why your mom gave you up for adoption, because I think stuff like that, if she was honest enough to explain it to you,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's private between y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Um so as long as you have an understanding of why
Right.
she did what she did when she
Right.
did it, you
Right.
know, I respect that, and I wouldn't dare have you come on here and share that or whatever.
Right.
That's between y'all.
Right.
So
Right.
kudos to your mother. You said her name is
Yes.
Gwen.
Yes. We're gonna have to get her on here one day,
I
girl.
know, and audience, she was gonna come on, but Jalisa explained to me that she does work late, and so
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't able to be on tonight, because I would have loved to have her on as well,
Mm-hmm.
just for you, your sisters, your mom, all of you all to just come on and let's talk. But
Mm-hmm.
again, I respect that, and I know there's probably something that came up so quickly or whatever. So, and I get it, but I respect whatever she explained to you, as long as
Mm-hmm.
y'all got the understanding and have talked and did, what you all needed to do to reunite and things like that, then I dare not disrespect your mom, your
Right.
biological mom, to ask what was that conversation like, or what was it that she said for her reason. That's between y'all. So
Right.
I'm just glad to hear that you did say she was looking for you. So
Mm-hmm.
just as well as you were looking for her,
She was looking for
she
me
was
too.
looking. But God have his way of ordaining things to happen in his timing.
Hmm.
You know.
And that's what my
So
dad said. He was like, it was all on God's timing. When you were
yeah,
trying to find it, it was coming to a dead end because he didn't want you to, you
it
weren't
wasn't
ready yet.
time.
Although I felt like I was ready.
It wasn't
He
time.
yeah, and it's crazy. Can you see the people? My Uncle Tony still on here?
He may be. Only the only way I can see him is if they make a comment and say something.
Okay. Well, if he's still on here, let me tell you something. So, well, I'm a backtrack. Whenever me and my mom was talking on the phone, and I'm gonna go back to when I told you I called her Miss Gwen.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, I called her Miss Gwen, and she was like, Jaleesa. She said, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. What to call me, how to feel. I'm not
There
gonna tell
he
you none of
is.
that.
There he
Is
is.
he on there?
He's right there.
Okay.
There he
Well,
is.
okay. I'm gonna say something about him in a minute. But she was like, she said, you don't have to call me Miss Gwen. You can call me Mom. And
Oh,
in that moment, I just lost it because so when you do stuff like this, you never know the reaction from the other side.
whoa, 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 whoa! Is
So
is Gwen on here, Mr. Tony? Is her mom on here? Cause he just said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you." He said, "I'm here, Niecy," and he said, "So is Gwen."
oh, she may be on. Hey, Mom, if you're here,
Girl, y'all about to have me over here boohooing like crazy. Look,
is she here?
hold on. listen, um, you know what? Let me ask you this real quick before we get way off. He said, yes, I see she joined the conversation. Um, somebody say, hey, Mama Gwen. Okay, my God, I know, I can't be on here crying either. But listen, let me ask you real quick.
Hmm.
Who gave you the name Jalisa?
My adopted parents.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
So, like, did your mom ever share like a name that she would have gave you or anything like
No,
that?
she didn't.
Okay,
You
okay.
know, I never even asked her any questions whenever she told me she was my mom. I never asked her anything because everything that I needed and wanted to know, she was already just telling me. So I never had to ask her anything, she was just telling me, hey, I did this, So I never, and in that moment, I didn't even want to know. I'm just happy that I'm on the phone with my mama.
Look, look,
It's,
look, look, Mister. Look, Uncle Tony, Uncle Tony, Uncle
and he,
Tony.
listen, and he is so sweet. Like so I
Oh,
never,
oh
my
wow.
adopted, my adopted parents, well,
Yeah.
my adopted mom,
Okay.
she has brothers. Um, and I never had a relationship with them.
Okay.
Um, like I don't even have their phone number to if I can call and say,
Gotcha.
hey, how you doing? So I never had a relationship with my uncles, but my uncle Tony, girl, that is a. I just want to tell you, Uncle Tony, I love you, I love you, I love you, and thank you for what. Because girl, when we went to see them, he welcomed me like it wasn't nothing, and it was just, girl, I just,
I know it.
it's
You,
just,
okay. Oh wow,
and
girl, you go, Uncle Tony. You know what? I wish I could. I wish I could send him the link just so he could come on and just
right,
say hello.
right, right.
Even your mom, which I know she made. I know
But
somebody
I
said she looked.
posted, so I shared a post of my Uncle Tony the other
You
day.
did. Uh
Yes, and
huh.
my son looks just like him,
But you know what? But Jaleesa, you look just like your mama.
identical.
When
So
I
we were on
saw
the
that
phone.
picture,
We were on the phone, and my mama was like, "Girl, you look like me more than I look like myself."
Jaleesa, my cousin said she looked just like her mama. You're right. When I saw that pic that you posted, so
Hmm.
so excuse me. So you did say she did invite you to come up. You
She
went.
did. So she did. She was like, "You want to come tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, we can come tomorrow. That's fine." So she was like, "Well, I'm gonna call your sisters, and I gotta tell your sisters because your sisters don't know." So we are 38. My oldest sister is 38, and then
Okay.
my middle sister, she just turned 37 the other day, and I'm 35. So of course they wouldn't remember her being pregnant because they were babies.
38, 37, 35.
Yes. So they didn't know, and when she told them, she said they was just like, "Oh, mom, that's so sweet." They didn't. I mean, it was like, "Hey, we got a sister." So my oldest sister, she lives in Fayetteville, so she wasn't able to come down, but my middle sister was able to come. She lives in
You look
Little
like
Rock.
her too.
Yes.
You favor
So,
her too.
my sisters, I mean, we talk every day. To have, because I grew up as an only child, so to have sisters, um, I can call my big sisters. I can text my big sisters. That's a good feeling. And neither one of them have kids. So this will be my mom's first set of grandkids as well. So
Oh,
yes, yes.
Jaleesa,
Mm-hmm.
you are amazing.
Yes,
Listen,
ma'am.
look, I can only imagine that feeling. I On my mom's side, I have two sisters as well. We grew up together in the
Mm-hmm.
same household my whole life. Well, the time that we was there in the household together, my mama had three girls and two boys. So I'm the middle child out of five kids. So I'm smack
Mm-hmm.
dab in the middle.
Yeah.
But my older sister, then me, then my baby sister. And our relationship, oh my goodness. So for you to say that you have your sisters and meeting them and you're the baby, I
Mm-hmm.
have an auntie. She's the baby of 13. Well, she's the baby girl of 13 children, but she do have a brother under her. So she's the baby girl, but then there's also a baby brother. And she's so spoiled. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Every my
And
family know who I'm talking about. My Aunt Noonan,
yeah.
I love her.
And
Uh
coming into this, you never know how other people are gonna feel. Cause I
yeah,
know if it was me, I'd be like, I ain't finna share my mama with you. That's just me.
right.
I would feel like that. But they didn't do that. They welcomed me in. And I know my oldest sister, she told me, she said, girl, we done had mama all these years. It's your turn now. And when she told me that, I was
Oh,
just like,
well, see, that's why the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, that there's a time for everything under the sun. There is a
mm-hmm,
time for it. And I might be wording it wrong. I don't know, girl. But it said there's a time and a season for
mm-hmm,
everything under the sun. Nothing catches God by surprise. There's nothing new under the sun. All of this was already predestined and ordained for you for this
mm-hmm,
moment in time. Because
mm-hmm,
had it been early on, who would have known how they would have accepted it? Who would have known the mindset that your mom may have been in your early 20s when you
mm-hmm,
were seeking for her then? Who
mm-hmm,
knows all of these things but God?
mm-hmm.
You didn't know her. You didn't know where she was. She didn't know where you were, anything like that. And closed adoptions, meaning that once it's closed and we done signed the papers and I
Yep.
got this baby,
That's
that's it.
why,
Don't try to
that's
come
why I
back
was,
and get your baby. That's it.
yeah, yeah. But even I don't think my mom would be like that because she's so,
Yeah,
Erica, you just got to meet her. She's so sweet and
I can imagine.
she's real humble. And I think the little girl in me, because every time I talk to her, she called me baby girl. So if I call and I be like, "Hey, mom," she'll be like, "Hey, baby girl, what you doing?" So I think I'm still in a shock,
I can
because I
imagine.
didn't think it was gonna happen, like this. But I talk to my sisters every day. Kaylee FaceTime, my middle
Oh.
sister, they FaceTime every day. Um, so it's just a journey that I'm excited for. Um,
Look, you know what?
you
I
know,
I that was my next question. And look at this comment your uncle made. He said, when I first met you, it was like I've been knowing you my whole life. You are a blessing to us all, and I love you with all my heart. That's real talk. How do you feel?
oh,
How do you feel about that?
I my he's so sweet. Yeah, you can't help but to love him, and he's not lying. So I thought I was gonna be emotional when I first saw her. And she told me, your Uncle Tony is gonna be here, your cousin. So I thought I was gonna be emotional, but when I walked in the house, you can feel the energy. Like, it wasn't a time to cry. I think I got all my crying out the day before. Cause girl, I was just
Oh,
boohooing and boohooing. When
I
we
can
got
only
off the phone, I
imagine.
cried. I couldn't even sleep that night because I was excited that I was going to see her. But it wasn't an emotional meet. Like it was just, and like my uncle said, it's like we've been knowing each other all our life. And me sitting down there talking, my uncle was like, "Girl, you just like us." Like
Wow.
literally. So it's just amazing how God worked, because I never knew
Yeah,
expected this to happen so fast. And I didn't expect, because when you're on the other side, you never know
yeah,
what to expect. So that's
that's
why I was
true.
telling my cousin, I was like, if she don't want to talk to me, that's fine. Tell her I'm not mad.
Yeah,
I just want to
yeah.
know, who
Because
she is. But
everybody feeling is different, and
it was
everybody
totally different.
because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it could have been another way, even with meeting your biological mom. But thank God, to God be the glory that it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this. So I'm gonna wrap it up because I don't want to hold you all night. Because girl, I'm so excited for you. I really am.
Thank
And I
you.
did share that with you before we came on the live. And I told you, I said, if you hear me say it again, like I really do mean it. Um, so I know Leslie, my cousin said that she wants to that your story makes her want to do an ancestry DNA. I thought about that too. I went through that
Mm-hmm.
when I was in 2019. This was before COVID hit. I started getting into the head wrap thing. I started wearing head wraps, yada yada yada. But when I found out the deep meaning of head wraps, it motivated me to want to know more about our culture as Black
Mm-hmm.
people. And I went and talked to my uncle. I have a uncle down in Urbana, down in Lawson and Kingsville, and the Kings family is my family. And I talked to him. We sat down. He pulled out some stuff about our family ancestry that on my dad's side that I knew nothing about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, he was sharing some things with me that I had no clue about. And I told my husband for my 30th birthday, and I think around that time I was finna turn 30. I said I want to
Mm-hmm.
do an ancestry DNA. So when I turn 30, it'll come in by my birthday time. Like I had it planned out and everything. I wanted to do it just to know more about my culture because I was getting the head wraps and the African
Mm-hmm.
culture and how that relates to us as African Americans, yada yada yada. And anyway, I wanted to do it, but I talked myself out of it, and that was five. That was a good while ago. But
Okay.
even still, even I still, and for those of you that are watching, if you go to the public library, you can go to ancestry.com, not ancestry DNA, but even if you go to ancestry.com, it's going to ask you like I think it's like your grandmother's maiden name, your mom's maiden name,
Mm-hmm.
as much information as you know about your family. Because for Black people, I know it can be challenging to know certain things because how they did us in slavery time, all of that. But if you can tell, at least I think our generation at least know a little bit about a grandma, a great grandma, maybe a great grandma. It just depends. But if
Mm-hmm.
you could put in as much information as you can, they did a ancestor. They did a what they call it what they do every census. They did a census back in 19 was it 40, maybe somewhere back there. And that's one of the ancestries that would come up, one of the census that would come up somewhere 1900 and something. I can't remember exactly,
Mm-hmm.
forgive me. But there was that first census where Black people were actually able to come in. Your great great grandfather and them, your great 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 grandparents could write their names. If they could write their names, how many was in the household, what their name was, the city and state they was in, all of that stuff. So I did it for
Mm-hmm.
my mom's side of the family, which her, and I did it for my father's side of the family. And I found out certain things, what they died of when they was born, when they died.
Right.
I mean, it was so amazing to me. I showed it to my mom before she passed. I did have papers on that, and I showed it to her before she passed and stuff. And one year we even had a family book. But it is important to know your family. That's kind of the
Right.
POV that I'm trying to tell you all, that you can find out who your family is if you go to the public library, put in as much information as you can. And that important census from, I think it's 1940, but I could be mistaken, has a lot of black for us Black people, a lot of our history, and they can kind of relate to you some of your family members and stuff like that and what
Mm-hmm.
happened to them. And like I said, I did show it to my mom before she
Mm-hmm.
passed, some of the stuff that I wrote down and jot down. I love to take notes on stuff. But I'm not gonna hold you on. And let me ask you this. So to all our people out there, go do that, go try it and all of that. So
Yeah.
know your roots. So what is, so a question I have here says, What is your expectations for your newfound relationship with your mother and your sisters, and even as you get to know your new family members like your Uncle Tony, hey, and all of them?
Mhm.
What is your expectations for that? Not just for you, but even for your
Um,
children.
I really of course I grew up as an only child, so my kids have aunties on their dad's side,
Gotcha.
but they don't have a relationship with them.
Gotcha.
So for me to have sisters, they got TTs now, and they're already building, a relationship. My sisters done told them to send them a Christmas list, um, and
Wow.
everything. So it's just like my mama said, we can't get the time
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
We can just move forward and get all the time we can now. So that's that's really what I'm focused on because we're going back this weekend. And then we're gonna go for Thanksgiving and then we're gonna go for Christmas. So I'm excited to see, I'm excited to be on this journey with my new family. I'm not gonna say new because I've been in, we just didn't know who she was.
I just thought about that. Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yes, so
Christmas
we
is
are
coming up.
I am spending Thanksgiving and Christmas with my mom.
You're spending your first Thanksgiving and Christmas with your
Yes,
biological mom. Hey, take as many
yes.
pictures as you can,
I am.
please.
I am. And
Not
it's
just for
crazy
you, but
because
for your
me,
children too.
yes. And it's me and my mama act just alike. It's crazy.
It's in your DNA. You can't help it.
Yes, yes, yes. So
But
I'm excited. My kids are
good,
excited.
good,
Um,
good.
they're excited. My sisters are excited. So we
So
just going
go ahead, go ahead.
we just gonna, do what it do, girl.
You know what? Like I said, take as many pictures as you can, especially for this Thanksgiving season and
Yeah.
Christmas. And go to Walgreens. I know they have deals with photos. Print them out. Don't just have them in
Hmm.
your phone. Print them out and make a family book.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this too because a lot of people want to know. Like I go to the store and I see somebody and they be like, "How your daddy reacting to this? How he
Go
feel about
ahead.
all this?"
Yeah.
So whenever I decided to do this journey, I called my dad and I talked to him about it, and he said, "Whatever you need help with, I'll try my best to help you, but I know as much as you know." So
Yeah.
um whenever I told him, I called him and I said, "I think I found my mama." And he was like, "For real?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I found her." I said, "I'm just waiting on confirmation for her to call." So when I talked to my mama, I called my daddy, and he was actually him and his wife was on the highway. They were on their way to Texas. And I called him and I said, "I just talked to my mama." And he was like, "What?" I said, "I just talked to
Wow.
my mama." He said, and my daddy don't cry. I've never seen, the only time I seen him cry is when my mama passed away. He don't
Yeah.
cry. So I could hear in his voice, he was kind of getting shaky. And he was like, "I got to pull over." And I was like, "What you pulling over for?" But to answer everybody's question, my daddy is fine. He was more excited than I was.
Awesome.
Um,
Awesome. So
whenever
you
I
saying
went
he's
to see
supportive.
whenever I went to see my mom and my dad talked on the phone. And the kind of person she is, she just wanted to talk to him and tell him, "Thank you for taking care of my baby." That's what she told him. You know, she just wanted to thank him, for giving me a good home, for raising me
Yeah.
upright. Um,
Because
and
you
he
are an
told her,
amazing person. You're
he
an
and he
amazing person.
he told her, he said, "Your other girls," he said, "just bring them on over here." He said, "They can call me daddy too." So to everybody that wants to know how my daddy feel, he done adopted my sisters.
That's
So
amazing.
yes.
And one last question, and I'm gonna let you go because I've definitely enjoyed you. Have you all enjoyed Miss Jalisa on tonight and her story and her journey? Oh my goodness, girl, I didn't think my napkin. I had my paper towel for something else, but girl, I wound up grabbing it just to hold back my tears. But listen, I have one last question. So, what is your advice for those who are adopted and have a desire to find their birth family?
Um, do definitely do the ancestry DNA if you want to find out. Um, don't get discouraged and give up, because I did a lot of times. Whenever they first, before I did the ancestry DNA, whenever they were telling me I was gonna have to get a lawyer to get my records unsealed and all that, I gave up. But my boyfriend was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna give up. We gonna figure this out." So definitely do your ancestry DNA test. If your parents have not taken it, I promise you, you will still find them, because I was not gonna stop until I found my mama. Was not gonna stop.
Whew.
Was not gonna stop. And this whole time, she just been an hour and 30 minutes away.
Ain't that amazing? Ain't
That
that
is
something?
crazy.
Oh my
So
God.
if you're thinking about doing it, definitely do it. And one day we're gonna have to get my mama on here so y'all can talk to her.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Which I
Yes.
was I was really hoping that she could come on tonight. So Mama Gwen, kudos to
Yes.
you, blessings to you at all. I'm so glad that you all had um a happy start. I won't say a happy ending, a happy
Yes.
start, because some of the things that she may have shared with you within this last week and a half or so, you seem like you're gleaming and excited about it and things like that. Y'all have already made plans for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, and your
Mm-hmm.
children are the only grandchildren that she have. That is so amazing to me. Like,
Yes. Yes.
so they're all in God's time, and God ordained this, and I'm very
Mm-hmm.
very excited for you. And I uh what an incredible girl and brave step that you took.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
very brave of you. The Bible says in Joshua chapter 1 verse 5 that be courageous, be strong and courageous. Basically, God was telling Joshua in this next new chapter and this new season or whatever, don't hold back nothing. Just be strong and courageous, and I
Mm-hmm.
got you. I
Mm-hmm.
got you. So I applaud your bravery. I applaud your courage to keep going and
Mm-hmm.
keep fighting through this. And oh my God, I am happy for you on this new journey. I really am. I really am. So to everyone that is watching, everybody is saying that they are so happy for you.
Thank you
And they
guys.
appreciate your story. Somebody said a beautiful story and things like
Thank
that.
you.
So my God, I'm telling you, I'm speechless. I really am. I'm so speechless, Jalisa. I thank you so much for coming on tonight. Thank
You're
you for sharing your
welcome.
story.
You're welcome.
Hello to Mama Gwen, to Uncle Tony, to your sisters. Is there any last words you would like to say before we get off this live?
I'm just blessed, girl. I am overly
Yes, you are.
excited. I'm happy. I was never sad. There was never a moment I was sad. Maybe frustrated,
Yeah.
because and I kept telling Miranda whenever she would say, I think this person is connected to you. I told her, I said, girl, don't call me back until you know who my mom. You got my mama name on there. Don't even call me back and tell me nothing else about no cousin, no nothing. So it all worked out. It all
Yeah.
worked out.
To God be the glory.
And I'm definitely a mama's baby. Cause I be want to be stuck up under my mama all the time. If she was just 5 minutes down the street, I'd be up under her now.
Oh, that's that is really awesome, Jaleesa. And I thank you so much for taking out the time tonight to come on, share your beautiful and heartwarming, touching story
Yeah.
with us on tonight. And I pray God's blessings upon you and your mom, your
Thank
family,
you.
and everybody else. for the rest, but for this new season and for the years
Yes.
to come. So blessings to
Yes.
you. Hey, baby girl. I pray y'all have a good night and things like that. And so y'all please give some hand claps in the comment section for Miss Jalisa White for coming on tonight and sharing her story with us. And again, like, comment, share this live on tonight. And I pray God's blessings upon you all. May his peace be with you all. May the sweet communion of the Holy Spirit rest, rule, and abide with you all as you take this new step and new journey in your lives with your newfound family. I love you,
Thank
sis.
you.
And I
I love you
appreciate you again so
too.
much for sharing your story.
Yes.
And hey, whenever you need me, call me, girl. And
Yes,
if
because we're gonna have to get mama on here.
hey, when you get her to come, and if she's available, call me, let me know. We gonna set it up, girl, and we gonna have Mama
Okay.
Gwen on. Love you, Mama
Okay.
Gwen. And
Okay, that's
sisters.
fine.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you again. Everybody say good night. I see everybody putting the hand claps and all that. So we do appreciate you again so much. Love you, sis.
Okay, love you too.
Thank you all for
All
joining
right.
us tonight on our first episode of Let's Talk About That with Miss Jalisa White on tonight. Feel free to join again on next Monday night. You never know what to expect, so just tune in. I love you, and I'll keep you all posted on what's to come. Thank you again. Good night. Bye.